Let's be real. Crypto gaming has had a rocky start. We've seen all the hype around NFTs and play to earn just completely fizzle out. But now, there's a new project on the scene called Beam, and they're making a really bold claim that they are building the actual foundation for what Web3 gaming is supposed to be.
So, that brings us to the big question, right? Is this time actually different, or are we just watching the same cycle of hype play out all over again? Let's dig in and see if Beam really has what it takes to break that pattern.
Okay, so to really get what Beam is trying to do, we got to take a quick look back at the wild roller coaster ride that has been crypto gaming so far.
You've probably seen this movie before, right? The classic crypto boom and bust. Back in 2021, play to earn just exploded. It was everywhere. But that bubble burst, pretty spectacularly, when everyone realized there just weren't enough actual players. But that failure led to a really important shift. A new focus on building solid, serious infrastructure. And that's exactly where Beam enters the picture.
So Beam was basically born from the ashes of that hype cycle. Instead of promising you'll get rich quick, it's all about building the fundamental tech layer needed for high-quality blockchain games to even exist.
All right, before we go any deeper, let's get some housekeeping out of the way because the naming can be a little confusing. Beam Network is the actual blockchain. Beam is the token that runs the whole thing. And On Beam is kind of the brand name for the project. All part of the same ecosystem? Got it? Good. So what exactly is Beam Network? Well, think of it like an express lane built on top of the main Ethereum highway. It's what's known as a Layer 2, and it's designed specifically for gaming. It lets developers use the tools they already know, but on a network that's way faster and cheaper, which is absolutely crucial for games that need to handle tons of transactions.
And this right here, this really gets to the heart of the problem Beam is trying to fix. In the past, playing a crypto game felt clunky. The experience was just bad, and you were always painfully aware of the blockchain working in the background. Beam wants to make all that disappear. The goal is simple tools for developers, a smooth network, and an experience where the player just plays the game.
But, fancy tech is only one piece of the puzzle. To really understand Beam, you have to look at what makes it all run. Its economic engine, the Beam token. See, the Beam token isn't just something you speculate on. It has actual jobs to do. It's the gas that pays for all the transactions. It helps secure the entire network when people stake it. It gives holders a say in how the protocol is governed. And it's used to reward creators for building cool stuff on the platform. And to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, there's a total supply of over 60 billion Beam tokens. A huge chunk of that is already out there in circulation, which tells you this isn't just some idea on a white paper, it's an active, functioning ecosystem. Okay, so Beam sounds pretty ambitious, but they are definitely not playing this game alone. The race to become the go-to blockchain for gaming is heating up, so let's check out the competition.
You've got some heavy hitters in this space. Immutable X is a giant when it comes to NFTs. The Ronin network is famous for being the engine behind Axie Infinity. And then you have general-purpose networks like Arbitrum that are also making a big push into gaming. Each one of them has a slightly different angle.
And this is really Beam's big play. This is how they want to stand out from the crowd. They don't just want to be another place to host a few games. The ambition is way, way bigger. They want to be the literal foundation for the entire Web3 gaming world.
All right, the vision is big, it's ambitious, and it sounds great on paper. But now we have to get real for a minute and talk about the major hurdles and risks that are standing in Beam's way.
And the elephant in the room is this. Mass adoption of Web3 gaming? It just hasn't happened. Not yet. Despite all the money and hype, most big game studios are still firmly planted in the traditional Web2 world, and the audience for crypto gaming is still pretty small. And tied right into that is the fact that, honestly, this stuff is still really complicated. Even with better tools, trying to get your average player set up with a crypto wallet and explaining digital ownership, it's a huge barrier to entry that no one has really solved.
There's a quote that just nails this entire problem on the head. The issue isn't really about building the infrastructure anymore. It's about getting people to actually show up and play. It's like building a massive, beautiful stadium. It's completely worthless if you can't get any fans in the seats.
So at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. Beam's success won't be decided by how good its technology is. It's going to be decided by whether or not they can attract amazing developers who build incredible games that millions of people actually want to play.
And so I'll leave you with the one question that really underpins this entire conversation, the big one. Do video games truly need blockchain to be better? Or is this all just a really cool solution that's still searching for a problem? The market
Eventually, will give us the answer.